The Dode Fox Podcast.
Hello and welcome to the Dode Fox Podcast. I'm Paul, he's Ronnie, and we are still searching for a win like it owes us money. 7 games without one, 8th place, and Craig Sibbald nearly scored from his own half. Like, subscribe and click the notification bell on YouTube. Support the pod at buymeacoffee.com/DodeFox Podcast. Listen at DodeFoxPodcast.com or follow us on social media at Dode Fox Podcast.
Coming up on this week's episode, the week that was, MotherwellReview, Good, Bad and Ugly, Celtic and Hibs preview, Loan Report, Women's Team, Academy Lads, the Tannadice Test, and On This Day with the Arab Archive. It's all coming up on episode 314 of the Dode Fox Podcast.
Hi, I'm Callum Morris, and you're listening to the Dode Fox Podcast.
So welcome back to the award-winning Dode Fox Podcast with Billy Big Boss, because he's back at the Heggie pre-match, Paul McNichol, and still trying to work out Jens Berthel Askew's blanket fascination, Ronnie Costello. What was that about?
That was quite funny. It was bizarre, wasn't it?
People are about to see this be shared on social media, but after the game yesterday, before we get into it, he gets asked, no, Greg, what do you expect to it? And somehow he was on about pulling a blanket off his stays and in cold feet.
Yeah. He basically said, well, the performance was like if you've got a blanket and it kind of does the job, but it's a wee bit too short and it covers your feet, so your feet are all right, but your neck's exposed, and then you pull it up and you're thinking, my neck's all right, but my feet are exposed. So it's no great. It's no a great blanket, but it was quite the interview.
And you're like, I can't exactly how you feel.
Oh, of course I do. Of course, there's no blanket that covers my neck and feet.
My feet are constantly cold. It's like flip-flops in the winter.
I could say, Rondo, I don't feel like Billy Big Boss for going to the Heggie, although it's the first time I've been
Thought you were the Don.
A year and a half.
Sending me photos of people with Christmas jumpers on.
Well, that's because Dave, he was wearing a jumper that said, Merry Christmas, you fanny. I was like, Dave, that's a cracking jumper. He said, it's for Ronnie. I was like, stand there, mate. I need a picture.
Was that before or after I announced Christian Trapanovsky was in the starting lineup and gave it 12 players?
Oof. Here, we might have won.
Kind of like.
We might have won. Who knows?
The whole stadium could have played. I'm not sure we would have.
Yeah. Poor stuff.
Very. Let's have a look at the week it was before we get into it. Podcast pal Mark Connolly's on the move.
Mm-hmm.
He's joining Coleraine FC.
Yep. Have we not played them back in the day?
Probably.
I think we did. I could be wrong, but yeah. Fair play.
You've captained it, Derek, as well.
I know, but who's is he centre half? The boy Charles Dunn now or something?
Yes.
Was it man?
Yeah. I like him. I thought we'd have signed him, eh?
Did we not get linked to him at some point? I'm sure we did.
He's a good one player, isn't he?
They are two boys that would kick their granny to get to the bar. Never mind just off the bus.
And
that's what you kind of need, eh?
It's really, because once I seen that and then heard the Charles Dunn thing, you do then go looking again at what other players, not just United players. We spoke to Young Arch about some of the other ex-United players, but some of the amount of players that are over there and whatever. It's at the end of the day, it's buying a wage, buying a mortgage.
Yeah, it must be on a similar level to what was getting paid for a lot of teams that are here, I would assume.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, plus like Connolly, he's fair there, is he? Duncan is Charles Dunn Irish? Is he fair there as well?
This could be controversial.
I have no idea. I genuinely don't care.
He's partnering the $1 million man at centre half.
Yeah. Well, good luck to him. I like Connolly.
We absolutely do.
Connolly.
We are hosting an evening with the men who kissed silver. We're going to be chatting to Craig Brewster, Dave Bowman about 94, Craig Conway and Sean Dallin about 2010. It's at Chamber East on March 27th. Tickets are on sale at thelongest40.com. 4 good eggs there and a couple of dafties.
Yeah, and the dafties weren't named there. But no, it should be a good night. There's plenty of good stories in amongst that 4.
Yes.
And there's going to be 4 cup winners on that stage. And me and you...
So our T-boys.
We are the odd man out, but that's fine. That's absolutely fine. But it should be good and something to look forward to.
Yeah, looking forward to it. Let's say tickets are on sale now. It's the Longest 40 presenting the event. It's their event. We're just the glue trying to keep it together on the night. But longest40.com if you fancy tickets to hear us asking the questions to Brewster, Bowman, Conway and Dillon. Not a bad start off five-a-side team, that.
So it's me or you in the goal then?
We'll move on. We'll talk KMI.
I'd rather know.
But we're going to. Cast your mind back.
How far?
to the match against the Rangers.
Okay, so it's still
Th-
fresh.
There might have been one or two incidents.
Or definitely 2 incidents, yeah.
Well, those are the 2 that they have poured over
Mm-hmm.
in the KMI place.
Mm-hmm.
And do you mind how we were semi-serious saying they're doubling down slightly?
Yeah.
Oh, it seems that trend has continued.
Yeah.
They've delivered their verdict on the handball shout against the boy who thought he was playing basketball, handball, and thought, see if I just knock this in my path, I could smash it. And the Will Ferry foul on Max Aarons. Care to guess how they voted on it?
I think we all know that they went in the favour of the referee and the Rangers.
3-0.
Yeah. It's a waste of time. Like even if they had come out and said it was the opposite way, it's still a complete waste of time, Rondo, like we've said a million times on this podcast. They could have come out and said whatever. Most people, myself included, and you and whatever listens, boys have made up their own mind after seeing it. Like, we didn't need 3 anonymous individuals to pour over it and say, no, well, that's actually exactly what should have happened. Well, like, okay, I disagreed with the ref, I disagreed with VAR, and now you've got us disagreeing with you, Mr. KMI panel. So,
well, I think to a degree, we did say we didn't really have a problem with the referee blowing the whistle for the foul and maybe not even seen the handball.
Yeah,
it's
should have seen the handball round.
It's the ends behind that go. That's what you're there for, right?
Yeah, and in the moment, I think he should have seen the handball because he's looking right at it. Like, I've saw a still of that incident, and the ref, there is no way he doesn't see that unless he has blinked at the worst possible moment, and he takes 3 seconds to blink.
I'm watching it.
Oh, there we go.
No,
I didn't see it. Yeah, but so we were hard done by in that instance, and it doesn't surprise me because there are people out there that are convinced it was a penalty to the Rangers at the end of the game. So it's just opinions, isn't it? It's all very subjective, like, oh, well, there was contact, so it's a penalty, and that's all fair and well, but my opinion is not all contact should be a foul, and I don't think the contact merited the reaction for the Rangers player. So that I'll never waver for that belief.
To be fair, there was a lot of contact on your mate Cammy Devlin yesterday. He was nearly decapitated.
I think it was the wind or the swing of the boot that went about a metre away from him that maybe blew him out that day.
Got you on strings, Paul's got you on strings.
It does.
Cammy Bell says United should sign Craig Gordon.
Where has this all came from?
He needs games.
I get that.
World Cup coming up.
Yeah, and I get that. And he's not getting games, and I get that.
And United,
we can't
need a keeper.
But we can't assign loan players. Would he just sign for us for 6 months and then retire after the World Cup?
No, so sure you do that.
I didn't see it happening at all. I really didn't. I wouldn't be against it, but I just didn't see it happening.
Someone also told me he's on about 10 grand a week.
Well, if that's the case, then that's absolutely not happening.
So, even if he's on half of that.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah?
It's,
I kind of like clubs will not pick up the full wage, but you've got to think, you're going to loan him. They'll probably not class as a rival, right? But a team in the same league.
Yeah.
Really? I just don't see it.
And then we wouldn't be able to play him against them.
Yeah. I'm not sure.
I don't see it. I am, as we said last week, and certainly I'm of the opinion we will definitely sign a keeper in January. I am convinced by that. But I just can't see it being Craig Gordon.
Would you then think a potential move for Kucherenko then? A loan back home type thing, maybe?
I guess we'll have to wait and see, yeah.
I'm asking you for the answers.
I genuinely then I can. I'm not sure. I wouldn't be surprised if we don't see him in the United team again. That wouldn't surprise me. Regardless of his injury and all the niceties that have been said about him since the mistake. I wouldn't be surprised if we've seen the last of him. But never say never, it's football. So we'll have to wait and see.
Absolutely. Thank you very much to everyone who has bought some podcast merch. I believe for Santa coming, but the podcast shop is now shut because there was no guarantee you would get your stuff before a man with a red and white suit comes to your house. So again, he works hard. Ken the elves are hard grafters, but we just couldn't guarantee it. But thank you very much for your support throughout the entirety of the year. I suppose we must now mull over and look back and try and get excited about yesterday's 90 minutes.
Mm-hmm. Well, it was exciting before the game because, as you've already outed us, I went to the Heggie for a change because the wee man wasn't here. The wee man was in Spain. In fact, I should have told you last week, when he was at the airport last week, he bumped into the Hibs team. And I was like, oh.
Was he allowed swear words?
I was like, did you tell them that they're a horrible bunch of no-huts? He was like, no, he says they were quite nice. I was like, and I hold it. Hold it. This is unacceptable behaviour, Junior. As soon as you're back on Scottish soil, you're grounded. That's it. That's the game that we're playing here. But he was speaking to Joe Newell, a big dirty bastard of a player, and he was like, oh, he was dead nice. I was like, nah, that's not happening. I was like, at least tell me you ruffled the boy Boyle's hair. Nah, he said I was sitting right next to him, but I didn't. I was like, what? I have raised a fool, Rondo. Raised a fool. Really disappointed with that. But that was the reason I went to the Heggie. I was kind of looking forward to it. Didn't I? The wee man, he doesn't like going to Heggie anymore because he's of an age. And when I went there, I can't say I was overly optimistic about getting anything. And the chat pre-match for
I was on a pint, like. As in the queue.
I'll tell you what, the prices in the Heggie are quite expensive these days. Like a pint and a soda water and lime, much. Bear in mind, Tannadice isn't in central London.
Soda water and lime, that's somebody trying to be posh, but that'll cost you £3. I'm going to say you were £8.
I was £9.10.
Oh, good, you got the arsehole tax. Fair play. Fair play. I've got nothing wrong with that.
Unbelievable.
Good pint now.
It was tenants.
Oh,
it was tenants.
We'll move on.
Yeah. But the chat
what was the chit-chat?
Wasn't a positive, Rondo. I wasn't I think I said last week, I think we'll get played off the park and we'll probably get bit. I hadn't wavered for that, really. Nothing that had happened in midweek made me change my opinion. And from speaking to a few people in the Heggie, that was that was the general consensus. Like, there wasn't much hope going into that game yesterday, as sad as that is, because it was Motherwell at him. But just the way that they've been playing, the way that we've been playing pre-match, there wasn't much optimism kicking about.
Yeah, and despite what the SFA website says about suspensions being 14 days later.
Well, I was at the table arguing about this because I was there with Tuhan Sue and our mates, Maureen, and she was like, Craig Sibbald is suspended today. I was like, no, I don't think he is. And Sue was like, you said last week it's 14 days. I was like, I'll stop you right there. I was like, it was Ronnie that said that.
It's collectively.
But I believe him because that's usually the rule, is it no?
That's what I thought it was.
But then
that's what I read.
They were like, I think it's Maureen, but she was adamant. He was like, no, he's suspended today. I was like, I'm not going to argue with you. And then she further bestowed more information on me. You might get it, but when you play so many games, it's not that the total resets, but you've now got to get double the amount. So what is Sapsford on 4 or something, was he? 4 or 5. So although it was 6 to get suspended, after a certain period of time, it's now 12 until you get a suspension. That's what I was told yesterday. For the person that can't, Craig was suspended for yesterday.
Abdi knew that.
No, we didn't.
That was last week.
We didn't. We had him missing Pataudry or whatever it was he was going to be missing. Or
missing next week.
And he might. But it'll not be through suspension.
Yeah, so he was out, and there was obviously Pankamara was going to be out.
Yeah. And like obviously we've said it until the cows have come home. That's a big loss. But yeah, I wasn't too upset. Craig wasn't playing. But obviously you're going to miss Kamara.
Yeah. I tell you, I was amazed we played a 3-4-3. Amazed.
Yeah. But then the way Motherwell play, the 3-5-2 we played? I can't even mind what we played through there, but whatever we did through there did not work.
Didn't get a touch of the ball.
But I think that was partially down to the way that we try to implement what we were trying to do by allowing them to head the bat, and when you do that, they just play around you, play through you, get it up you, and then you head him with no points.
Yeah.
So it was obviously going to be something different that was tried yesterday.
I had a brilliant stat to tell you about box entries, but I can't find it.
I'm not interested.
Well, you would have.
No.
You generally would have been.
What today is find it, but still didn't tell us that stat. Okay.
So it was going to be, it was interesting. Went 3-4-3. Obviously, the Bert came in for as Abdi Kent was suspended.
Yes, clearly.
It was Sibbald and Lucas Stevenson in the middle of the park, and up front, Max Wales came in for Nikolai Motorhammer. For Tass started wide with Zach Sapsford as we went through, and Ryan Strayton was still in there as well. And Ross Graham went out to left-sided centre-back.
Yeah, no issue with that. No issue with that at all. Looking at the bench, I was thinking, well, that's probably the best side that we could pick right now. But regardless, I still wasn't overly confident when I saw the team coming out. I just wasn't feeling it at all yesterday.
And then what got dished up the opening 45 in general.
Yeah. It was a poor game of football. I think that we had set our stall out to try and nullify them, which in the vein of forum that we're in, I didn't really have an issue with that, to be honest with you. And I know that probably goes against what a lot of United fans think yesterday, because the general consensus, again, after the game was that was absolutely shite. I didn't think it was absolutely shite. It wasn't a great going forward. We probably could have played a week and no score.
First half wasn't a great. I thought second half was better.
Second half was but just as in general as a game of football, it just wasn't great. And I think that's because we just set up to stop them playing around with and through with. And like it was working, but it wasn't a great watch. Like at half time, I went for a push and everybody was like, that was shite. I thought Abdi was going to the toilet for a shite, but no, they were obviously on about the game. It wasn't the best watch. But then we created next to nothing, but then neither did they. Like they've
rather pretty passing a lot of the bother, hey?
Yeah. No, and in fairness, like they are good at passing the bar, but there wasn't too many occasions where they got the chance to do that, and I think that's credit to the way that we set up. Albeit, I can understand why people are like, we shouldn't be setting up to stop Motherwell at him. No, but if we didn't, then we would have got pumped probably, because they showed through in Motherwell what they can do when you allow them space and time.
And the thing is as well, this is where I'm guilty of that going, fucking Motherwell, right?
Yeah.
But they are third up. The league only lost 2 games this season.
Yeah, they're currently a better team than us. They're certainly in better form. I think, I can't mind if it was after the first Motherwell game or no, but Goodwin said something along the lines of like he believes his team can play the way that Motherwell play. I've not seen any team in the top flight play the way that Motherwell have played this season.
No.
So
it was really, see, before the match, when pre-match in the warm-ups, you could tell right away that's what they were doing. Like we are doing other runs and the stretches and whatever, but they're literally playing with the 10 outfield players just knocking the ball about, heading towards the goal, and right away you're going, we will see this in about 45 minutes, and we did.
Yeah. But everybody that's coming up against Motherwell, they'll now know what to expect.
Yeah.
And I would imagine there'll be a lot of teams that will have watched United's performance against them yesterday thinking, all right, we could take notes for that, like, because that clearly stopped them being able to put their mark on the game the way that they want to.
Yep.
It was effective, the way that we set up. It just wasn't a great watch. And as solid as we were at the back, it kind of took away a wee bit of our attacking intent. Although we still did create a couple of chances. Like certainly in the first half, like Max Waters, he has a pillow for a first touch. It's perfect. Like he just pulls it out of the sky and then flies over his feet.
Yeah.
For the sublime to the ridiculous in like half a second. So much so I'm like, that's getting checked by VAR, because once again something happens 100 yards away from me and I'm just not really seeing it right. And then Sapsford, he had a shot right on half time or something. In the 14th minute, actually, Motherwell, they had a shot. Did you see the boy in the crowd catching it? No punching it, no? Oh, that'd be me, Rondo. That'd be me, both hands. I thought,
double, yeah.
See the pressure I felt when that bar was sailing towards me. I thought, I can't be the boy that grabs this. I can't be. I should have ducked and let it hit my old man square in the puss, or should have man up and try and catch it. And I held it. That was the highlight of the first half.
I'm surprised you really did that with a phone in your hand.
No, not at all. Not at all.
It's unusual.
I wasn't at a gig. I wasn't at the gig. No, that was the Friday night at the Doves.
Dragged along. I'd wrote down notes, right, for the first half.
And then binned them at half time.
No. So what I done this morning was, you'll not get out of do this, right? Because you do this on your phone. So it's unless it's going into Tinder or Grindr or whatever you're on, right?
Come on, man.
And swiping. You go on and any of your notes, you highlight it and HUD it down, and Apple Intelligence will come up, right? So you can press.
There's a whole new world.
Right, so you can press on it. So for my notes, I was like, I need to make this sound more interesting, right?
Yeah.
So I done whatever. I can't remember if it was summary or keep or rewrite or something, right? So here's what it shot out as. United, toothless in possession. Motherwell dominate the ball without penetration.
Yeah.
That's what I got for it.
Kind of. Yeah, that was pretty much it. It was just, certainly the first half, there just wasn't much happening.
Did you, it's a while for you, but the head knock?
Yes.
Oh,
yeah.
Seren.
Yeah. I watched the game back the day. I've not done that for a while, so I was up early. So I watched the game back.
Keen. But you're trying to go back to sleep. Clearly you were.
I was like insomnia as a killer.
That was a Seren, eh?
It was a Seren, yeah.
Because I was like, Julie's not going off. And then I got a nudge and I was like, look at his sleeve.
Yeah, I was about to say that. So you didn't obviously see that at the time where I'm sitting, but when you saw him coming off, like his sleeve was drenched in blood, like.
Yeah.
It was
they brought in that Liam Gordon, eh? He'll come up.
yeah. Big ham. It's a big
He
ham.
was the boy when he was at St Johnstone with Treagle man for Shankland, and he just tore him up for shitey pepper.
Yeah.
He's a big ham is exactly what he is.
If you've got a wee bit of finesse up against him and you didn't just play it to his strengths, then you could probably get past him.
Yeah.
Not too much difficult.
Yeah. I also threw up to us very little tempo, quality, or attacking threat. I'm pretty sure the line I wrote was pretty shite.
and it was like, I would imagine
both sides are in this.
Of course they are. Yeah, it's
for the bar they had. Meh.
Yeah, it's not just United, but I could understand why some United fans are of the opinion it was dire because we didn't really offer much going forward. But in the run of form that we are in, I think it was important to get back to basics. Like if we had went at them and closed down every single time that their keeper had the bar, they'd have just played around us, and we'd have got picked open and picked apart, and we would have I think we would have lost the game personally.
Touch on this just now, right? Because it's going to come up because it was more and more in the second half.
Yeah.
So the keeper gets the bar, right? And he huds on it, and even next to me are going, how are we not closing him down? And I'm like, again, I'll say it, it's risk and reward there.
Yeah.
Because if you close him down and he goes long, he's dragged a boy out of position. Because I certainly could see it for where I was. The longer he huds on that, the more their full-backs advance. But the main boy goes for...
Yeah, they bomb on, don't
because Will Ferry obviously comes up because their player goes, so that's natural. Stephen O'Donnell then just
makes a beeline for it.
So Amar Fatah then tracks him. So it's quite clever for Motherwell, but again, that's why you're not wanting to go too far because then it gets an extra man. Because the one time we did that, it ended up with about a 4-on-3 counter attack that we just got away with.
Of course. Yeah, no, I had no issue with it, but as you said, people around me were losing their minds. Like, but the way it worked, in my opinion, like if Motherwell had a goal kick, we were basically...
You want to get the tactics board?
No,
if you borrowed it for the Celtic manager?
No, he still got it for the final of the day. We were man for man with all their players, like even on the edge of their box. Yeah. But they were still... Let's not take away from them. They were still pretty good at getting out of that. But as soon as it went to whoever, we were on them, and then it went back to the keeper, and that's where we kind of didn't press. And I didn't really have an issue with that. Of course, in the moment, you're probably there's a bit of you thinking, I wish we would press him into a mistake. But that just wasn't the plan. And I didn't have an issue with that because risk and reward, like the way that we've been playing, it probably would have been more risky than rewarding.
Thing is the when you press it, and they will get caught, and they have been caught slightly, but again...
Did you see the goal at Celtic Park against Motherwell early in the season? That's because they were passing about and they got caught out. Yeah, and the more... And it must have been a half-time thing, chit-chat or whatever, because in the second half, it was more and more like, if you looked at this, you probably noticed this today, but probably for about 60 minutes, because we came in at the game, when their keeper had it, you would see your centre-halves playing effectively as midfielders at one point. Yeah.
And Ross Graham was so far in advance, Yovo was so far in advance, and it was obviously countering their tactic as well.
Yeah, and I wonder if that was them trying to draw our players out of position. But either way, like, it didn't. Obviously, we all know the end result. It didn't really work the way that they wanted it to, and it probably worked more to the way that we set out to get the game plan, I suppose. But yeah, but it was just, boys just weren't happy at the game. Eh? They just were screaming for Abdi to close down, and like I personally wasn't. I was quite happy with what we were doing in that phase of the play, I suppose. I would have liked a wee bit of more attacking intent, but like that seemed to just be sacrificed yesterday, unfortunately.
Yeah, a better second half, better start to the second half as well.
Yeah. Like the second half, much like the first half, was very stop-start because of the amount of wee shitey, niggly fouls that were just being given all over the park. Just so any time it looked like football might actually break out, the ref would find it within himself to give a foul to somebody. And the guy, Watt and Slattery, I think they're two good players, but
Boy just loves hitting the deck, I know.
Yeah, the three of them, and they always look to get the boy booked, regardless of what it is. They win fouls.
But
create contact a lot of the time.
Was very much on Slattery quite a lot. He made the beeline for him.
Yeah, good. He didn't kick him hard enough. But they are good players. But I think that we, in the main, nullified the threat that they've shown that they've got this season. Yeah, it was. I mean, as you on about, you wrote notes last night when I was thinking about the game. I wrote about 3 notes, like solid defensively, no much attacking intent, stop-start game.
People say we didn't plan this.
There was no much planning had to go in it because it was almost an instantly forgettable game in many, many ways.
Yeah, that's the thing. Motherwell moved the ball well, but they didn't really create much chances. Our best chance. Our first chance was Fatah.
Yeah.
Because when he realised, I've got the Stephen O'Donnell on fucking toast here.
Yeah.
Just keep beating him. And he did.
Yeah.
Took him left, took him right.
The one where he's run right through the middle, that was so close. Like, and the old man behind me, when he was burying him, he was like, I didn't even hit the target. I was like, it's close. So he's trying to put it right in the corner. It's not like he's blazed it Yannick Loemba style into the fucking allotments. Jeez, like he wasn't far away. But that was what you want for him. You want him to get the ball and run it, boys. And in particular, as you say, in the second half, he obviously got past O'Donnell a couple of times, and he must have fancied it every time he was getting the ball.
Yeah. I mean, a couple of, again, the time and order here will be a bit left out, but you saw stuff like Ross Graham was getting really advanced. He turned up on the edge of the box.
Yeah.
And it was like, right, come on, porn star, stick it away.
Yeah.
Didn't I? Turned into the bandit again.
You can't call him that.
Well, I can. I never got to tell off. You did. But you were seeing that, because again, I was mere thinking, this is like Tynecastle. Mind when he rolled down with his standing foot?
Yeah.
I thought, this is what we want.
No,
but we were getting joy doing that side, certainly.
Yeah. But ultimately, it just wasn't really coming to much, was it? It was
so much so. Craig Sibbald went, "Oh, here go, lads."
Oh, and Rondo, I'm no kidding. Sometimes the angle, I admit, you see it all the way, whether it's like good or bad, and I thought that's in.
Well, the Hill game.
I know. But
the Hill game.
I'm a big fan of people just shooting for distance. I think Waters actually tried it in the first half, and I'm not even sure it went out.
It went out for a throw-in.
That. But I had an issue with that because keepers, certainly the Motherwell keeper, he is allergic to his goal line. He is never anywhere near it. So Sibbald taking that shot, it was brilliant for him in the first place to cut the pass out and then just to look up. And he must be a good 8 yards inside his own half. And he just launches it, and it was Bahir territory. that would have been sensational.
Again, when you start seeing a keeper playing that high up, you've got something's came like, man, just need a hair go here. Yeah,
definitely. No issue with that.
Obviously, quite a solid performance. I had my doubts over 3-4-3, but I certainly thought you need to get the engine room right. I thought Sibbald or Stevenson were excellent. And Kevin Sibbald, it turned out, had only trained on Friday. And Stevenson took yet another battering.
Every time.
But I thought the two of them were really, and they were going to need to be.
I thought, to an extent, as much as people are criticising the overall performance, everybody worked their bollocks off.
Yeah.
Everybody. And we're going to need that right now, because like if you're in, my belief about football teams is if you're out of form, work harder and try and turn it around that way. So like we kind of knew I think most United fans knew that we wouldn't have as much of the ball as Motherwell had yesterday. So we just had to really dig in, roll the sleeves up and just go on with it. And that's what we did. And it's going to be pretty much the same, I would imagine, on Wednesday. And then, who knows what we'll get on Saturday against Hibs. But I think there was some positives to take for the performance. Of course, you can look on it as football's a game where you hate to try and score to win. And it didn't look like we had many chances in us that we were able to create yesterday, but every game's different. We had to get back to basics. We were on the back of, if you take the Rangers game out, a few really poor performances, and I thought that was maybe a level above that, certainly. No comparison between the really shitey performance against St Mirren, even Kilmarnock, to that end that we saw yesterday against Motherwell. So hopefully it's a step in the right direction, but you've got to build on that. You've got to try and create a wee bit more, and if you get chances, take them.
First clean sheet since September.
Yeah, the Aberdeen game.
Massive.
Yeah, of course. If
and again,
keep a clean sheet, you didn't lose.
One save down to his left. I think that was the only real save Dave Richards had to hit.
Yeah, which is testament to the defensive work in front of him as well.
Mm-hmm.
They had a few long range shots, but that's kind of fine. You didn't mind them. I mean, they troubled me more than they troubled Dave. And you usually accept that in most games, but that should be a benchmark in terms of work rate.
Mm-hmm.
I thought defensively we were solid. Ryan Strain was good. Yuri was good. I like the Hale back line was good at defending. It's just, as I've said about 14 times, going forward was our issue yesterday, but it was a means to an end, hopefully. And it's only the one game, and we got back to getting a point on the board.
8th league draw of the season.
Yeah, there's too many draws, no doubt. No doubt.
Who's only one team have got more?
Motherwell,
9.
Because they not start the season with about 5 or yeah. See that, but that's what can happen in this league. They've went on a run where they're picking up a lot of wins, and that could happen for pretty much any team in this league.
Mm.
So the season's far from a write-off yet, but we are giving ourselves a bit of work to do in terms of if we want to finish in the top 6, because that is looking like it's going to be really difficult at present, I would say.
It'll never be filed under classic, but like you say, a wee step forward defensively.
Mm-hmm.
Jim Goodwin described it as a foundation to build from, not a result to celebrate. Correct.
Yeah, but that's kind of what I said. It's something that you've got to be kind of happy that the team are all pulling it, or we're all pulling in the same direction yesterday, every one of them. And obviously, nothing's up at him at Motherwell. You're never going to celebrate that unless it's a point you need to win the league. But that's never going to be the scenario. So, no, it was not a bad point. It was not a great performance, but it was a performance that showed plenty of desire, plenty of hard work, and I'm not too down about it. What was your grievance with Liam Gordon? Apart from the fact he's a big ham.
It's a big ham.
He's a big ham.
Clearly,
Pam and Muller in the puss.
You can't do that.
You can't do that.
Let's get to the referee at the same time.
Okay.
How many fouls do you think he gave yesterday?
You looking for a number, or can I say a lot?
Number.
A number. It felt like about 25 to 30 or something.
32.
32 fouls.
And what was not a dirty game.
Yeah.
There were 2 Maswinises with the book in.
Yeah.
Is absolutely a foul. I'm fine with that.
Will Ferry's was a
Will
book in.
Ferry, and there's maybe 1 or 2 more. 32 fouls.
One, I don't know what it was, but some boy wiped out Dolchik. Yeah. That was definitely a book.
So there's a handful, say.
Yeah.
32.
It was the amount of times that they feel the... And I went on social media last night just having a look, and the Motherwell fans are accusing United of being hammer throwers. That's quite funny, because how many times do we sit here and say we're not hard enough? And the Muller incident with Liam Gordon putting his hand in his fist, that pissed me off, because obviously initially because I thought it was a foul, but then he's screaming in Muller's face, and we just accept that. I want to choke Liam Gordon when I see stuff like that. How are boys not getting upset at that? And Muller just sits there like a bairn, getting told off. He's old man. Fucking get up and stand up for yourself.
That's how you felt when your old man told you to sit down yesterday. Thought so.
But he was cutting up a mark for shite paper for not hitting the target.
But, it's up there with, I've said this a couple of times now, I'm just adding to the list. It's in the worst refereeing performances I've seen.
It was so,
Like, are we now not allowed to
do anything.
do anything? Because bizarrely,
But sometimes you are.
well, I gave him one bit of praise, right? A shidder. Funnily enough, was shidder, and he let play commence while they were greeting and throwing their hands about.
Yeah.
But some of the other shite, the whistle, it's like, I didn't get. I mean, I just
it's when boys receive the ball in and they know that there's a guy behind them and they just collapse their legs. I hate that, eh? I hate that. I hate that when it's United players that do it, unless it's certain instances in the game like last minute and you're heading on a lead. But that's no football for me, eh? That's fucking cheating.
Can you tell me what Lucas Stevenson got booked for?
He was kicking the ball away, was it no? Because it wasn't a foul. I think he's nudged the ball away about 5 yards. But the issue with that, and I didn't know it at the time, but it's only because I watched the game back today.
Mm-hmm.
There was Motherwell boys in the first half that kicked the ball away as well, and they didn't get booked. Of course. So it's either a booking or it isn't, and that's the grievance with that. But the ref will be like, but he's kicked the ball away, which is a booking. All right, okay, I can concede that. What about the 3 boys in the first half for Motherwell that done exactly the same, and you didn't even speak to them?
Yeah, well,
it either is or it isn't a booking.
Yeah, Vichka got booked.
I tell you what, though, when he booked Stevenson, so I might be wrong anyway, because it looked like he was saying to Stevenson, like a totting up procedure. Fucking make it up procedure. A nonsense, Rondo. A nonsense.
I thought it was quite something.
Yeah.
Like I say, I thought Max Vinicius is a pill.
Yeah.
Slattery and Watts, I think, are definite bookends.
Yeah, well, Slattery shoves Bird, does he? Yeah. That's just stupidity for the boy.
Daft.
Absolute stupidity.
Daft.
But as already out.
But I just like, we keep coming back to, I mean, probably the best thing is there's no been goals involved here, and it's led to results and whatever, but just let boys play football.
Yeah. No.
That's what we're here for.
That's not happening.
Nah.
I think he's the ref that Neil Lennon had a rant about. He got a 6-game ban, or he got fined or something.
Surprised, it looks like he just come out of 6 here.
Yeah, he's a big lad, but he's a big lump.
Doesn't mean none if you're a big lad. You tend to be a lump and a ham.
Correct.
As you well know.
Correct.
But it's just shite though.
I know. But the game in general was a poor game of football.
Oh,
he didn't help it. We it being so stop-start. He really didn't. As I say, any time it looked like we were going to want to get a wee possession of play for either team, you heard the whistle for very little.
Anything else come out for watching the game back this morning?
Just it was a horrendous decision for me this morning to watch it back. Really, that's the only takeaway. What was I thinking?
Man of the match?
Sibbald. And I said that when he got subbed off. I thought he was excellent, certainly in the second half. There was no really too many that stuck out in the first half, but watching the game back, Yuri, Strain,
I think it's a good thing for Yuri and that, because he's
we said last week
defensively.
The 3 that got brought in at one point in time, we probably thought, well, he's the best of them. Oh no, it's not him now, it's him. I think currently it's Yuri. I think he's the best of the 3 that have been brought in. He's the youngest. He's still raw. He's still kind of a wee bit rash at times, but he is a big unit. Hopefully he's starting to realise he's a big unit. And he got penalised, I think it was maybe once yesterday, where he's actually won the ball. I think it was Watt, where he's just nicked the ball through his legs, and the boys dropped, and the refs gave a foul.
Of course he has.
And seeing it back there on, though, it's no a foul. Like, I've no idea what the ref is thinking in that moment. It's poor. But overall, I thought Sibbald. Yeah. And he deserved
it. Was typical as well, because I'd got the message that he was man of the match, and then the board went up with his number on it.
Yeah.
So I'm like, what, do you want to stand on Sibbald? I was like, hang on, see if somebody scores. I was like, okay. But yeah, he was...
The one thing I'll say is the subbies again didn't really change the game in our favour. I didn't think Muller's come on, he's not really done much. Dolchek, again, pretty much the same.
Fichko come on, I think, because Sibbald was just done. So was Marks, to be fair. They were done.
Yeah, and I didn't think Waters has ever been fit. But we got him late pre-season, he wasn't fit. He then started the season on fire, but even then we were only playing him for X amount of minutes.
Yeah.
He got injured, and then he's just back, and we're still only playing him. I don't think we've seen a fully fit Max Waters, and we might know. We'll say a hope that he can remain injury free.
Yesterday as well was Foundation Day.
Yeah. Saw the Major pre-match.
What a man.
Yeah, saw him in the reception. because I was Billy Big Boys going to the Higgy, you can't.
You are indeed.
So I saw the Major. He called his son, as he always, I think calls Abdi's son.
Yeah.
Super Mo was there, Heggie, Hamish, all the foundation guys, they were there.
Yeah.
Saw Tommy Mackay as well. Obviously, I think he's an ambassador for the foundation, isn't he?
I remember.
But he showed up with this big box, and it was the trophy that the Scotland amputee.
Oh, nice one.
So he let me have a hud of it, obviously, because I'm Billy Big Boss. And it's a right heavy trophy around him.
Surprising I was taking under 14 to come up from that. I'll just say that.
I was in the toilet at half time, so I couldn't.
That's sweet.
But no, it was good to see them. Hopefully the day was a success. One thing I'll say is that top is beautiful.
It's nice, eh?
I like the understated logo rather than the big Quinn Casino. No offence, Mr. Quinn.
Yeah.
But I think that was a beautiful top.
Well, you never can. We've maybe bid on a couple of them. We'll see how it goes. Because you can bid on the tops.
And that's probably how they did it, because I'm quite cynical in that way of thinking, Ron.
Correct, yeah. I saw when halftime draw was getting done, John Riley was just throwing, I think he was throwing his scarf or darts and that in as well.
Foundation t-shirt.
Yeah, I knew it was going in as well. So yeah, it's always a cool thing when some lads come up. But again, the Sports Foundation play a huge role in what the club's doing, and the help it done during COVID, the stuff it's done at the academy and all that, and Gussie turning at Foundation Park and everything.
I think the next phase is now finished at Gussie, or Foundation Park, sorry. I think it's now finished, so I'm hoping to get down to have a wee sneak peek.
DUSF.scot if you would like to get more information, or indeed joins £10 a month for adults, $2.50 for juniors, or you can come up with your own amount over and above that to support the brilliant work that the foundation do. But yeah, it was great to see Heggie and Mo and
always
all the the Major's just.
He's class.
He's incredible, yeah.
Yep.
And it was.
I asked him if he had his bits with him yesterday. He was like, "No, son, no, brought my bits." He says, "But we'll be all right." No. I hope you're right.
I've got a hold. I might go in the day and find a hold all. You can listen back to the Majors episode to listen to that. But one of the best that we did. And featuring his wife and that, but he's just an incredible man. But yeah, it was good to see that, and it was the late Derek Robertson, his wife and daughter, I believe, were the two that were there as well. And obviously Tommy, I mean, one of the best goals I've ever seen score.
Yeah, he got goal of the month when he done that, didn't he?
Brilliant.
I hope this is something.
I hope that's took over his wedding photo and that. Like that goal of the month trophy's got to tap that over.
I hope so. Well, I think that the members of the Scottish amputee team, I think they're all getting a wee shot of hitting the trophy. And
amazing.
It was Rob Olsen that had it the last couple of weeks, and I'm led to believe his wife's been on the couch the last couple of weeks. It's too heavy. And Tommy wouldn't have really let it go for any length of time.
No. That's well cool, man.
It's brilliant.
That's class. And we mentioned it, fair play to them as well. But yeah, Foundation Day, it seems like it was a...
Yeah, I hope they do something like that once a season. That would be nice.
Yeah, absolutely. Good, bad and ugly.
Good, bad and ugly this week. Well, the good, defensively, we were solid on Saturday. That's a marked improvement on what we have been for the majority of the season up to now. The bad... Our defensive solidity seemed to come at the expense of our attacking intent, and that's something that we should be looking to improve upon in coming weeks. And the ugly, being defensively solid and everyone working hard, was certainly a positive, but let's not kid ourselves on. If that is what we're going to have to get used to watching for the remainder of the season, it's going to be tough. Right
then, what are we going to get midweek against Celtic and Hibs next Saturday?
I would imagine Celtic is going to be very similar to what we got yesterday, because you would expect them to have the majority of the ball. I know they're no in great form. I didn't really look too much into that when it comes to Celtic against United, because they're jammy bastards at times, and other times they play us off the park. We didn't get a sniff. There'll be people out there that have seen Celtic in this season, if you take out the wee series of games that Martin O'Neill was in charge, and they'll be thinking, I hope we hear a real go at them. There is a bit of me as a United fan that does want to hear a real go at them, but then there's
what does that mean?
That just means dinna sit back, dinna play for a point.
And have you seen us do that yet?
I don't think that's our strength. Our strength is counter-attack.
I would agree.
So hopefully our strength matches up against their weakness. But that just remains to be seen. But obviously it's a Celtic game. I can't say I'm anything other than fearful of what can happen, because I've seen it so often.
As the flip side, though, when we've played the so-called bigger teams, we have seemed to have found a level, a gear.
And I think it's I think it's also, like we mentioned it the other week, saying the team at the start of the season, you were thinking, right, this has got the makings of a really good team, and we've kind of no really kicked on for that. If anything, we've gotten worse. And I wonder if that's because at the start of the season, it was big game after big game after big game. There was big crowds at all these games. And then you go to Kilmarnock on a cold, shitey Saturday night. You go to St Mirren, it's cold, shitey, there's no a massive crowd. Motherwell at home, no a massive crowd. So I wonder if they're adjusting to the fact that it's not going to be fucking milk and honey all the time. Like, it's just not going to be like that. United aren't a team that sells out Tannadice every game, but it will be, I would imagine, as close to a sellout as possible on Wednesday. And who knows how Celtic will get on the day. Like, I assume that they're going to win because they're in a cup final, and that's what usually happens when Celtic are in cup finals. But I can only hope that we play the way that we've played in the big games this season against them. But it just comes down to the fact it's Celtic, it's United. Oh, I've seen this movie more than 50 times. It doesn't seem to matter what the form is going at.
Yeah, it's an 8 p.m. kickoff on Wednesday, and then we play Hibs on Saturday. They're at the Rangers on Monday night.
Okay.
I never knew that.
Neither did I, Rondo. No. Neither did I.
Since they've been a while.
Yes, on their Christmas night out.
Bertie
to Barcelona. Hope I'm not sticking anybody in by saying that.
I hope you are.
I hope I am as
hope
well.
that I got banned.
Well, here's something that might get them banned. So when Leo got a photo with them, and he says when they were getting the photo with us, they were hiding their pints. I was like, what time did you meet them? Like, it was like 7 a.m.
Good lads.
So hopefully David Gray's tuning into his weekly dose of the Dode Fogs podcast, and he's fining and banning a few boys.
Good lads.
That might help with it.
Yeah, I generally don't know what we'll get.
Hibs have got the makings of being a good team. Like, there's no doubt that they can win any game against any team in this country on their day. But
you've been about up and down, 6 wins, 6 draws, 4 defeats.
Yeah, there's nothing to be fair to. And these days, to be honest, neither are Celtic. There's no any teams in this league that are anything to be fair to. But I just think that I can't see us just going for the jugular. I think it suits us to try and soak it up, be defensively solid, and try and pick them off.
How we done against Rangers?
Exactly what we've done against Rangers without the 60th minute of injury time, yeah.
KMI. It's their fault. Fuck them. Buy me a coffee this week, Paul.
Cammy Welsh bought 3 coffees. Merry Crimble, lads. Any plans of a Christmas jumper episode? Keep up the nonsense and shed roll your bass.
Well, I didn't care because we've both got hoodies on the day and it's absolutely melting because the heating's on.
Yeah, I might pass you. I've had a woolly Christmas jumper on. So that's probably not happening, Cammy. And Barry Cant bought 3 coffees. Left the house.
Sorry, what? Barry what?
Barry Cant.
Okay. Check.
Left the house on Friday at 7 p.m. Adelaide time and arrived in Edinburgh at 12:30 Saturday. Instead of driving an hour north straight away to go see my mum, I thought I'd take the scenic and longer route home via Paisley. Arrived at the game 31 hours after leaving the house, and at least the catch up with my mate and my first Scotch pie in a while was good. Hoping for better at Tannadice this weekend, wasn't it really, before I head back down under for the 1:30am and 6:30am kickoff times. Keep up the great work, lads. I'm sure I speak on behalf of a lot of expats when I say I love my weekly taste of home and hearing your thoughts, good and bad, on the Tangerines. I'll be back in a couple of years for the next ridiculously long trip to catch a game. Barry, buddy, thank you very much. And please pick better games. Wait until the team are performing peak levels, okay? Because that is I'm on about having to go to Paisley, and I'm only an hour and a half from the house. He has travelled days to get there.
And he's not been rewarded.
He's not been rewarded, absolutely not.
Right, what's our wall of kits for today then, Paul?
Well,
what's this magnificent strip?
You weren't happy last week with the white. Because of the lights.
It doesn't work great with the lights.
It doesn't work great, so I thought,
the quicker you bring out that ecru in, the better.
Okay.
Find that in the...
Would that not dazzle the
soon find it.
We'll find it. Okay. Well, anyway, this week is, again, like last week's, it was from listener Andrew Welsh. He sent it to her. It's a signed, are we able to see the signatures? Some of them at least. It's a signed top from the 2011-2012 season. We've got gold on it. We've got GMS.
Rado.
Rado Chersniak. I believe he dropped it up when he was
John
signing
Daly.
it. John Daly's on it. Yep, there's
John Suter's on it.
number 15. What was number 15?
Gardine.
Gardine. Yep, we've got a lot of good players on that. Probably Johnny Russell should be on that as well.
Yes, I'm pretty sure I've seen his signature
Yeah.
someplace. But it's a good one if you are.
It's a crack.
If you're not, if you're just listening to the episode, it's the black Nike top with the colour.
White sleeves.
Yeah, with the sponsor logo. I like it. I think it's a cracker.
Yeah.
Fair. Is that?
I didn't like it for a reason though when it came out, because it had orange shorts. I don't know if you remember that. It had orange shorts.
Is this or is this not the League Cup semi-final?
No.
Callum Morris.
No.
Is that an all black one?
Yes, all black, and that had a collar on it.
Ah, there we go.
Yeah. No, that's a season or two after that one, I'm thinking. I don't hear that. So if somebody's wanting to hang that on the wall, you'd hit a gear to her.
Yes.
You'd hit a gear.
You can't get it back. Like,
yeah.
We do appreciate the donations that we've had.
Like, we might wear it to fatties or something. But like, none of us getting in that, Rondo. That's a medium. None of us getting in that.
Not even getting out of my neck.
No chance. But it's a lovely top. As I say, when it came out, I did like the top. I didn't like the fact that they paired it with a pair of tangerine shorts.
Yeah.
Bizarre.
Interesting that. Yeah.
Bizarre.
Right, but thank you very much. That's this week's Wall of Kits. Right, it's time for the Tannadice Test. 5 rounds of absolute fun.
Of absolute buffoonery at this side of the table.
Round number 1 is player profile, born February 9th, 1972. A 5'11" goalkeeper who was signed by Craig Levine in 2009 and went on to make 5 appearances.
Oh.
But who could he be?
Well, it can't be Shamaturska. He played more than 5.
Shama.
What else did Levine sign? Nicky Weaver. Can't be him. He played more than that.
I think he might have signed more keepers than you think.
He clearly has, because I can't think of
Don't worry.
somebody that played 5 games.
We could have run this by Craig Levine and he might have not cared,
I'd have doubted it.
as we found out.
He'd have been like, yeah, I never signed him. Did Houston not say that as well about somebody when we spoke to him?
Nah.
That was Brian McLean, was it, with him? He's like, I never signed him. He fucking did. Just so that his brother couldn't ref with.
Yeah.
You can't find what you were doing.
Fair play.
So 70, so he's older than me, which is bizarre. He's in his 50s, just. Crikey, 5 games. I can't think of what that'd be. And yet again, Rondo, I have no doubt there is people out with the dog at the gym, on their way to work, listening in the bath, with a
Sitting in
bath
their
bomb,
pants.
on the Kazi, screaming the boy's name. And
Yeah.
I'm out. I can't think of what it is.
All right. He's on that tab. I've just seen his name. That's him right there.
Still can't figure it out.
Steve Banks.
Steve Banks. So it is. Steve Banks, right enough. The man with about 18 Scottish Cup winners' medals, and he's never played in a final yet.
Someone else.
He's got some record.
Fair play, like.
Some record.
Round number 2, higher or lower? Andy Rowland made 440 appearances for United, the exact same as Eamon Bannon. Is the majors 425 starts for United higher or lower than Bannon's?
It's got to be higher. How many? What was the total? 440?
Yep.
Bannon must have been on the bench more than 15 times. I would say. That's an incredible record for the major. Like, only 15 times on the bench. I think Bannon's got to be on the bench more than 15
So higher.
times. Yeah.
And locked in?
Yeah, it's locked in.
Lower.
Is that right? That's an incredible achievement as well.
So the major started 425.
Yeah.
Bannon started 427.
That's some going for a boy that's famous for
What was get
McLean
banning off,
shouting,
wasn't
"Get
it?
banning off."
Was the get banning on?
That's a very valid and fair point. Well made.
Round number 3 is called clean sheets. Can you name me the top 10 clean sheet goalkeepers? And you only get 10 names.
For United. Because I was thinking Buffon must be high up that list.
So you only get 10 goes at this, and I'll get a point for each.
Right, Hamish McAlpine.
Where do you think he stacks up?
I would imagine he's top.
Of course he is.
Yeah.
Do you want a number? 240.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And I remember, I would have said over 200, but that's because when Heggie stood up at the Gardyne, he rattled off loads about Hamish, did he?
And we went, let's fucking finish this. Well, what?
Yes, this is the quickest live show ever. So Hamish.
Yep.
Uh,
You'll need your fingers here.
yeah. Alan Main. It's got to be on the top 10 list.
Alan Main.
I've no idea where he'll be on the
Yep,
top
he's
10.
in it.
Got to be on
Yep. I'll go through the list once it's done, but he is in that top 10. Yeah.
Billy Thompson.
Yep.
Got to be in it.
He's in it.
I'm going to say a name, but no because he's on it, because he better no be on it. Derek Stilley. He better no be on the top 10 list. That would disappoint me greatly.
He is not. So that's 4.
Correct.
That's 4 you've had.
No, I'm not. That was saying he isn't on it. So Hamish, Billy Thompson,
Yep.
Alan Main.
Yep.
Rado Czerniak. He might be on it. I think he's on it. In the top 10 list.
He is not.
He's not. Oh, wow. Dusan.
Is.
Dusan, okay. So I've got 4 out of 6. Or 5. What else? What have we had as keepers?
There are 2 before your time.
Is that right?
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Yeah.
Sandy Davy?
Is on the list. I was about to say has been on the pod and around about why. Yep.
And somebody before him even.
There's still another, yeah.
Am I even going to ken this boy's name?
Well, I'd be disappointed as a United fan if he didn't ken at least the name. But this is the one I would least worry about.
Okay.
Because it's before your time.
Right. Jack Walton.
Jack Walton
Yeah.
is on that list.
Benjamin Siegrist.
Is on that list.
Too many have I got? 6?
You've got 7, but I think you've only got about 1 guess left.
Right.
So
That's all right. So my one guess will be Paul Gallagher.
is on that list.
So what 2 have I missed?
So
And what order are they in?
Hamish McAlpine, 240
Amazing.
clean sheets.
Amazing.
Billy Thompson,
Mhm.
97 clean sheets.
Wow.
Alan Main,
Mhm.
65 clean sheets. Don Mackay,
Oh, yeah.
53 clean sheets. Benji Siegrist,
Mm-hmm.
52.
Wow.
Sandy Davy, 40. Dusan Pernice, 39. Jack Walton, 36. And you would have a tie between Paul Gallagher and Sieb. Sieb, 34.
Sieb. Fair dues. Decent list. Hamish's
Decent.
record, let's be honest.
Crazy.
That's never getting broken.
Nah, but I thought so.
I'd be amazed if we've got a keeper that plays 200 and odd games. Never mind.
Yeah.
Keeps that many clean sheets.
Possible.
That's just for a different era altogether, really, isn't it?
Yeah. Round number 4, also played for
Mhm.
Clydebank, Dundee, Motherwell, Partick Thistle, Rangers, and St Mirren.
Must be going back a bit if it's Clydebank in it.
Could be a big clue.
Mm.
Could no be.
I can't think of what I played for Clydebank and us. What was the other teams? Rangers, Dundee, Motherwell.
St Mirren, Partick. Yeah. But who is that man?
I don't care.
Podcast pal.
Podcast pal.
Already been mentioned this episode.
Jesus. I don't know.
Yeah.
I'm
Billy Thompson.
right enough. He plays for Rangers as well, did he?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. In fact, I think Billy Kirkwood's first game as United manager was against, well, it definitely was against Rangers. I think Billy Thompson was in the goal for Rangers that day. Clydebank, nah. Is you focus too much on that? That's what threw us.
Podcast pal, God rest his soul.
Yes. Yeah.
An absolute gentleman. Had a wife that set Ahan up for him. Round number 5, final one. Who am I? Before joining United, I considered leaving full-time football to become a police officer. Craig Levine signed me. I repaid him. I was the top goal scorer in my first season. Struggled with injury in my second season. In total, I made 43 appearances, scoring 11 goals. I played for 3 teams in Scotland, as well as spells in England, Qatar, Japan, China, and India. Who am I?
No idea. I'm thinking Mark De Vries, but it's
What a week this has been.
I can. Sometimes your head's no in it, Rondo. It's Mark De Vries, but I don't think he played anything like 43 times. I think he played about 13 times.
I am Franz Ndaza.
He thought about joining the police.
Apparently so, yeah. Apparently.
See, how did you not call it like La Guardia Civil or whatever it is here in Spain? I might have got it.
I nearly done an accent, but then I didn't want to be pulled up.
That might have been a better clue.
Nearly
joined.
I nearly said he also likes the cash. There you go. Not a great week for you, I'll be honest.
Here, I got 8 points in that other round. That was class.
It was out
the clean sheets. That was out of 10. Here, 8 points. When I hear I've had 8 points, that's all right.
Yeah, about 14 as well.
That's fine. That's fine.
Anyway,
Howler.
What's been happening on the loanies and all that?
Well, we'll start with Miller Thompson, as we always do at Ross County. The travelling circus that is Ross County. It would be a first start in an awfully long time for Miller T last Tuesday, as he was in the Ross County starting lineup for their KDM Evolution Trophy tie against Celtic B. He did only play the first half, however, but his team were 1-0 up at the time. By the end of the game, his side had ran out 4-0 winners. That then led them on to Saturday's trip to Kirkcaldy to face Wraith, and Miller was again missing. Nightmare for the lad, but even worse for his lone side, as they got absolutely reamed 6-0. And are you aware that they've punted their manager already?
The Messiah? Didn't believe ya.
The nose hooker. He's away. Charlie Dewar Alloa. It would also be the KDM Evolution Trophy for young Charles last Tuesday, as his Alloa side hosted Airdrie. Alloa, famed this season for their defensive solidity, found themselves 2 goals down in 24 minutes. They never buckled though, and managed to get back on level terms by half-time. Ultimately, however, Charlie and the Wasps would suffer a rare defeat in this one, as Airdrie edged them out 3-2. This past weekend, Charlie was again in his usual place as Queen of the South came to town, but it would turn into a bad day at the office for the whole team, as they simply didn't turn up and would lose 2-0. Lewis O'Donnell at Cove Rangers. Lewis started his side's match against East Fife and played 74 minutes. He was subbed off and the score was 0-0, and by the end of the match, East Fife had sneaked it 1-0. Cover doomed Rondo. Lewis Haldane at Cowdenbeath. Lewis was again an unused sub for his side's away trip to Bonnyrigg, with which Cowdenbeath would lose 3-2. The Academy team. Last Monday, the under-19s faced Montrose at Foundation Park and handily won the game 3-1. Goals on the night were from Keir Gilligan, Emil Franzak and young Kai Hutchison. On Friday, it was the turn of the under-17s to take to Foundation Park as they welcomed the Rangers to town. The bad guys went 2-0 up. Then we managed to get it to 2-2 before the current Buns added a third just before half-time. The Mankey Mob for Govan added 2 more in the second half to run out more than deserving 5-2 winners on the night. The women's team. It was a Scottish Cup weekend last week for the ladies, and they hosted Ross Vale. It was a game that they would be clear favourites in, and that is the way it played out, as the good guys ran out 4-0 winners, with goals being scored by Louise Mason, a Nicola Jameson double, and of course, a Danny Finlay penalty. The match would also see Rachel Todd make her 100th appearance for the club. As a result of getting past Rossvale, the team were then drawn at home to Bonnyrigg Rose in the next round, and that is scheduled to take place on the 11th of January 2026. This week it's a return to league duty as ex-gaffer Graham Hart brings his Gartcairn side to Foundation Park. The sides have already met once this season, and it was Harty's side that won that one 2-0 on the day, so United will be looking to avenge that defeat.
Here's hoping.
Here's hoping.
Just under 7 weeks until our evening with Andy McLaren and Robbie Winters is completely sold out. Thank you once again to everyone who did buy tickets for it. We will be posting the information in January of things like when the times, when doors open, and the bar, and all that important stuff.
Mm-hmm. The bar's probably double.
Probably, yes. Again, we've had a couple of offers for some raffle prizes. We're kind of looking to maybe do just maybe 5, 6, 7 prizes. We've still got a couple of spots if MD's got anything they would like to put up as a nice prize for on the night. Do slide in at our DMs or get in touch via the website dodefoxpodcast.com. Really looking forward to that one at the Bonnar Hall. On this day, in association with the Yarra Archive, preserving the history of Tannadice Football Club since 2006. 15th of December is a focus. One game, 3 second-half goals turned a flat afternoon into a comfortable win at Love Street in 2007. This is like deja vu. The first half was forgettable.
Mm-hmm.
Chances were scarce, although David Robertson somehow missed for 6 yards out after Dan Dodd's effort was saved. It summed up a poor opening 45, but United came out sharper after the break and took the lead within 4 minutes. Barry Robson swung across. Robertson made amends, stretching to guide the ball in the top corner at the back post. From there, United took control while Flood caused constant problems. The second arrived 76 minutes. His free kick found Dodds, and when the ball dropped to the back post, Noel Hunt tapped in for close range. St Mirren's afternoon unravelled. Hugh Murray was sent off for a second booking. United finished strongly in the final minute. Podcast pal Margaro Gomez drove inside and laid the ball off for Flood, who smashed a superb right foot finish into the far corner. Slung his first half, but a dominant and clinical second half earned United a deserved 3 points against St Mirren. Signings, just the one signing, and it was a £200,000 signing who went on to make 110 appearances, scored 37 goals, and even had a t-shirt made for him. Signed on this day, 1988. It's Wacko Jacko, Darren Jackson, player.
Jacko, he was very good for us.
See, when you see Darren Jackson, right?
Mm-hmm.
And we've spoken about this, about the strips.
Mm-hmm.
The strip that right away goes to me is the Asics in
Belhaven.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's as soon as I meant that's it. That and the t-shirt, like, but good player.
He was a good player. Did he not break his ankle about 4 minutes into his debut? I'm sure. I was at that game. I'm sure it was against Celtic, and it was right in front of the dugouts, and he broke his ankle. Might be a Dode Fox fact.
Oh, boot to suppress.
I'm gonna check that. But yeah, he was a good player, and until he left, and then he was horrible.
Yeah, played in the World Cup.
He did. He played against Brazil the first game.
Yeah, he did. Because obviously he ended up with Celtic and stuff like that. I'm actually trying to find this if you've just made that shit up. Like, but
I think he left. When he left us, did he not go to Hibs? That kind of stuck in people's craw a wee bit. And then I think the next season we then played Hibs in the semi-final of the League Cup, and pretty sure he fucking scored the goal a bit one. Again, could be making that.
So, Jim McLean brought the Scotland under 21 player to Tannadice, December 1988.
Did he
£200,000?
Did he sign with Michael O'Neill?
I don't know, again. Oh, the striker?
No, the midfielder.
All right.
Not the other boy.
He went straight in the team for the visit to Celtic 2 days later. However, just 4 minutes into his debut, broke his ankle.
There you go.
Injury would keep him out for the rest of the season. After recovering, he was back in the side 89. Was top scorer in 1991. Got a runners-up medal in the cup final against Motherwell.
Scored the third goal.
He then fell out of favour with the manager.
Shock.
Got back in the team, but he began playing deeper to accommodate some boy called Duncan Ferguson. And then he moved to Hibs for a tribunal, which was set at £400,000.
Yeah.
And of course, he was a coach under Jack McNamara.
He was, yeah. He would be a cracking guest.
Always talked highly. Like you think of like young Urchin that. Young Urchin, fucking hell. Who am I thinking of that we spoke about that was there? Callum Butcher.
Callum Butcher.
Spoke. I think Dillo and I spoke about how He was really, really good.
He was probably more like a player's kind of coach.
Yeah.
Rather than like the bad cop, I suppose, if we had any bad cops at that time.
No.
Yeah, and I think when he was a player at Tannadice, I think him and Davy Bowman were as thick as thieves as well. I think they were up to no good most days.
That's
just mischievous.
That's
like,
two boys to sit on a couch, is it?
Nothing illegal.
That's two boys to sit on a couch and speak to.
That would be class, yeah.
Definitely.
Just don't leave anything in your changing room or they'll cut it up. Nail it to the flare or something.
There is that. Episode 314 is done and dusted. It is a Tannadice. I was going to say double header, but it's games 2 and 3 of the triple header this week. We've got a point on the board. Before we finish, Paul, when we sit here in a week's time, how many points are we going to be sitting with, including yesterday's 1-7? Find out more at DodeFoxPodcast.com. You can follow us on the socials. We're at DodeFox Podcast. Like, subscribe, click the notification bell on YouTube, and you can support the pod at buymeacoffee.com/DodeFox Podcast. Have a great week. Stay safe, and don't forget to wash your hands and your arsehole.